everybody, Dawn Zoldi here. We are so excited. We're the full crew live at CES in fabulous Las Vegas 2024. And I have with us here today Allie Freed to kick off the show. She is a part of CES, so welcome, Allie.
Thank you. We're so happy to be with you. So happy to be back in Las Vegas for CES 2024.
So tell us, Allie, number one, what is your role with CES?
So I am with the CES event communications team. So our job is all year round to plan for this show, to prepare for the 5,000 to 7,000 media like you that come here to cover the latest and greatest in the technology space.
Well, I'll tell you what, Allie, my impression so far has been there's a ton of people here, a ton of companies. Are we back like to pre-COVID levels? Are we higher? I mean, it looks phenomenal.
It looks amazing, doesn't it? So yeah, CES is back and we are so excited. So we've got more than 2.5 million net square feet of exhibit space, which is about 39 football fields worth of breaking technology, which is bananas when you think of it. We've got 130,000 people attending the show, and you have to remember, to get into this show, it's industry only. So these are not just mom and pop off the street. These are people who work within the industry and are here to do business. Of that 130,000 attendees, 1/3 are from outside the United States, and that is truly what I love about CES, that it's a global event, and we're seeing our international numbers pick back up. You know, travel has been hard over these last few years, and so we are just thrilled by all the numbers. And the other thing that I just like love, 1,400 startups are here. And
oh my gosh.
It's the biggest global brands down to just people coming to CES with a hope and a dream to find a retailer, a buyer, a VC, a partnership, and the energy in Eureka Park, that's where all our startups are, is just unparalleled.
Absolutely. I'm super excited. It's an amazing week. We've got a lot of guests, Allie. So in closing, how do people find out more about CES, and how can they reach you or part of your team if they want to get involved next year?
Yeah, absolutely. So ces.tech is where you want to go. Media@cta.tech is the best way to reach out to our team, and we are just thrilled to be back in Las Vegas. So thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Same.
Yeah, we are at the podcast booth. I mean, CNN is right above me. This is crazy. So, all right, well, thanks so much.
Yeah,
we are next going to have up a newcomer to the industry, a company called AIBOT. Now, this company was kicked off the dawn of autonomy this year. We had one of their chief engineer, John Clarkson, on the show. But today, drum roll please, this is exciting news. We've got Sean Cassidy. Now, you guys might know him from Amazon Prime, and he is now with AIBOT. So welcome, Sean.
Thank you. This is very cozy.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, we're snuggling up here together. So AIBOT, you're part of the team now. I'm so excited. So what is your role going to be there?
So I'm the head of regulatory and governmental affairs, and just to kind of translate that, what I'm doing is helping them start their approach towards getting through certification, airworthiness, and all of the attendant permissions and exemptions and whatnot that are needed to kind of get the product into service.
Well, amazing. And you're obviously here at CES, so why are you here?
Well, I'm here to meet with a couple team members. Of course, I'm here to have this lovely chat with you and do my big reveal. So, and just get a sense for where a lot of the emerging tech is, and be able to kind of immerse myself in this. Most of the other events that I've gone to over the many years that I've been involved with Amazon, and even before that, have been really aviation centric. This is a much broader spectrum, and it's really fascinating to be here right now.
So what are you seeing already that's exciting? I mean, you've got AI in the name of your company. Mm-hmm. This thing is all about AI this year, I think.
Right. It's kind of funny. AI is definitely the buzzword. It's kind of the new branding of kind of smart connected cities and Internet of Things. This seems to be the kind of the new it word for for this year, and probably the coming couple of years, just because of the advances in computation. Of course, ChatGPT and everything else put AI on the map, and it's clearly here to stay.
All right, awesome. Now, how can people reach you, Sean?
Well, you can go to our company address. It's AIBOT.ai. and you can follow the links there. And the nice thing is it'll also give you a little bit of a sneak peek at some of the stuff that the company's just beginning to convey to the public.
Well, here's my hope and dream that in 2025 you guys have a booth and I get to see your really cool aircraft, because we're having some reveals this week. Supernal, right, released their vehicle, their eVTOL, and I want to see that AIBOT vehicle on the floor next year. I'm so excited to, hopefully we can do that.
One of the interesting things about this company, which is why I was so excited to join, is that they're taking an intermediate step that a lot of others are not. They're developing a smaller industrial scale platform that can actually go to market and precede the AIBOT eVTOL. So I think it's really exciting to me to be able to be involved in the development and launch of a product, and actually into the development and launch of the company as well. So it's a super exciting time to be here.
Yeah, it's actually brilliant. The fact that you guys are developing a drone that's going to be a cargo drone and can carry 80 pounds and already marketing it for enterprise solutions like this year. So congrats on that.
We're going to learn a ton about the product, and the most important thing is we're going to ensure that we develop a safe product and build in reliability, and then there'll be amazing learnings that come from having this thing go into operational service on the way towards the eVTOL program.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Great to see you again, Sean.
Likewise, Don.
All right, next up we've got Tran. So for those that follow me, you've probably seen Hui a couple times. She's been annually on our Dawn of Drones for the NASA end of year roundup. She is the director of the Ames Research Center at NASA, and it is such an honor to have you with us here again today. Yay! So last year, or maybe 2 years ago, let me think about this, you were getting the Women in Drones Hall of Fame Award at this very show, if I recall correctly.
That's correct.
In fact, I had the honor of actually giving that to you, of presenting that on the stage.
Yes.
So you're here with NASA, and what are you excited about, Hui?
Well, this coming year, I think going to be a really exciting year for drone, especially beyond visual line of sight operation routinely.
Yes.
So I think that's going to be exciting, and also we have the AAM industry, the advanced air mobility industry is growing, right?
Yes.
And we do now starting to have aircraft that deliver to customers, such as the Agility Prime folks.
Yes.
So I think it's going to be a really exciting year for all of us in this arena.
It will be. So are you just like walking around, taking notes, like checking out these companies?
Yes, I do actually. A few things that we're looking at is technology for reception.
Okay.
Detect and avoid.
Oh yeah.
So it's a really interesting how automobile industry, really advancing the LiDAR technology, the reception technology.
Great point.
And hopefully we would be able to miniaturize it so that we can put on drone, or we can put it on AAM aircraft.
Yes.
To do a lot of public good use case.
I love that you said that, Hui, because people don't think of the automotive industry and AAM as being symbiotic. They are, just like the drone industry and the AAM industry are. It's all going to be multimodal transportation and mobility. I'm really excited for this future, and frankly, the future is now. We're seeing it here at this show.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a connected world, right? So we should be able to use aircraft, vehicle connected to actually in smart infrastructure, smart city too. So
absolutely.
I think it's going to be an exciting time.
It will. So Hui, how can people learn more about the Ames Research Center and the exciting projects you're doing this year?
So they can go on the website nasa.gov/Ames or /aeronautics. So I'm director for aeronautics at Ames. So we do everything that fly, and one of the things that we're actually working on very closely with our FAA partner is how to integrate all this new vehicle into the NAS safely.
Yes.
Right.
The National Airspace System.
Yeah,
yes.
The National Airspace System safely, and be able to allow it a routine operation for the future. So very exciting time for 2024 and beyond.
I'm sure we'll get some more updates later in the year from Hui. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you.
Really great to see you again. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we are going to have Bob Hastings come on down now. So we're swapping seats here. And as he's coming up, I'll brag on him a little bit. So retired United States Army Brigadier General, also worked with Bell Aviation, was a Deputy, were you the Assistant Secretary of Defense, Deputy STASD, or you were the
Assistant Secretary.
Assistant Secretary of Defense? I should know these things. Why? Because he was on our leadership podcast called The Full Tilt, the Tech Industry Leadership Talks, and I met Bob at this very show last year. So great to see you.
Yes.
So tell everybody a little bit about why you're here, Bob.
So today I'm the principal of Robert Hastings & Associates. It's a consulting business in the aerospace, defense, and mobility space. I've been coming to CES since 2018 when Bell launched the very first air taxi to the public. And been coming back ever since because it's such an exciting place to see what's happening in technology. What I'm thrilled about this year.
Yeah.
What really
See, I don't even need to interview this guy. This is what happens with generals.
Just stand.
They just. Go ahead. Go. Just go.
Autonomy. The use cases of autonomy this year.
Yes.
So people get freaked out about autonomy. Oh my gosh, the car's going to drive down the road by itself.
Yes.
Or the plane's going to fly by itself.
Right.
But in fact, autonomy has so many different things. I saw today a boat that docks itself. So you go out and drive your boat around all day, you pull up to the dock, you push a button, and it docks itself.
I want that boat that actually dodges rocks and stuff, because we had a little incident with my husband driving a boat on a lake, which I'm not going to get into.
There's a camper trailer here that you back your truck up to, and then you hit a button on
and it just clicks.
And the trailer moves up to the truck.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's awesome.
So the autonomy use cases are really, really
that's amazing.
Relevant at this show this year.
Very cool. And we actually ran into each other earlier at the Supernal reveal of the SA-2. That was super cool. Their electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. They have it here on the Diamond lot. So check out my reel later in the week. I'll have some pictures, some snaps on that. But Bob, what are you really excited to see?
So I was excited to see Supernal here with their air taxi. I think the air taxi industry is maturing fast.
Yes.
And the opportunities are coming. The use cases are going to follow behind that, and the community work behind that. I'm really interested this year to see more of AI and how AI is being used both in technology development, but also in communicating, marketing, advertising, public communications, and just see how that all kind of works together. It's
an exciting year. It's going to be an exciting future. So how can people learn more about what you're doing, Bob, as we kind of move to our next guest?
So you can always look me up on LinkedIn. It's the easiest way to find me, Robert Hastings on LinkedIn. You'll either find my page or my business page. We're both there.
There you go. Awesome. Well, thank you again so much.
All right.
Bye-bye. Great to have you. All right, next up, we've got the amazing Toni Drummond coming to us here at CES. Toni and I have been stomping the floor here together for a couple years now. Great to have you back, Toni.
Hi, Dawn.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna put my
So
sweater here.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, just kind of, we're all getting snuggled in here. It's all good.
You see
So
me?
we
How do I
can.
look? I look good?
You look
Okay,
wonderful. So here's my question. What are you excited about this year at CES?
Well, when you first got to the show, we have Supernal right outside of West Hall. So I'm not sure if you got a chance to see.
I
Supernal
did.
yet.
I saw the SA-2.
As soon as you're walking in, I didn't actually get in yet, but they have this big giant setup right outside with a landing vertiport, some type of landing structure. So it's loud and proud. When you're coming into CES this year, name of the game is to get the narrative out there and to make sure that we're sharing what we're doing in this industry. And thank you, Supernal, because you're making sure everybody's seeing what's going on.
And there's an AAM panel tomorrow, right?
Yes,
with Supernal
there is.
over airs on that.
A lot of industry giants and OEMs there that are going to be chatting this out. And again, our most important thing right now is to get the narrative out there to really help people understand that this is a technology that's coming in and it's here.
It is, and it's here to stay, and it's going to be bigger and better. So, Toni, what do you have going on this year?
Oh gosh, so this year I have I have my regular projects that I'm always on, my private jet company, which is Prestige Air Group, that's fun. We have Brain Trust, which is I think I have my little lanyard here.
Oh, your AI group that you're working with?
Launched this year, yeah, that's a fleet
Brain
management.
Trust.
Brain Trust
I love
IQ
it.
is the parent company.
Okay.
That is an enabling technology for general aviation and also for emerging aviation, eVTOL drones, fleet management and compliance. So that's about 2 years in the work. We're launching that this year. And still in the AAM game, working on consulting. I have a lot of NDAs signed with certain facilitators, and really hoping to take 2024 to enable these companies to get down and through it and just right over the edge.
So for people that might be coming here, if they're not here this year, maybe next year, what's your one pro tip that you would give to somebody coming to CES?
You have to plan CES out way before you even think about coming, because this place is massive.
It's huge.
Don, how many shows a year do we do here?
Oh, I know.
We're here at least 3 or 4 times a year
In Vegas.
on an average.
Yeah.
And this particular show, not only is the convention center stocked, but every hotel is stocked with booths, and they try to split it up. We have countries here. It's really international, and you're really able to get anything you need and see the most amazing things and the most amazing technologies that are going to be coming out this time next year. So
yeah,
I never miss this show. I love it.
One thing I would tell people is carve out an entire day, go to the Venetian. That's the startup area. That's where all the foreign countries go and set up their pavilions. And by the way, everybody's got coffee. So there's that. Yeah, and you need coffee this week. Believe me, it's just like holy shnikes.
I'll be honest, the electric mobility is here. I mean, just walking around the central hall, I saw a lot of air mobility companies. Some people even doing. Did you see they had one set up for amusement parks?
Yes.
Like an amusement park using AAM, again, urban air mobility. This is helping the public understand what we're doing, why we're doing it.
It is.
So we're walking around here. I feel invigorated to finally see this out mainstream.
Absolutely. All right, Toni, how can they reach you? How can they find out more about what you're doing?
You can get me on LinkedIn. I'm always on there. Prestige Air Group is the name of the company, or Brain Trust. I have lots of companies, but Toni Drummond, you can find me on LinkedIn, and looking forward to connecting.
All right, woohoo. Thank you, Toni. All right. Next up, Clint Harper. Now, you guys might know this guy. He's been around the block. He is an AAM expert. He started his own company. So here he is to tell us a little bit more about that and what he's doing in this AAM space. So Clint, what's the name of your company?
The name of my company is Harper 4D Solutions.
Harper 4D, and what do you do?
So I'm kind of a jack of all trades advisor. So I help companies understand, number one, how to, look at their technologies from a community perspective. My whole thing is that I want aviation to be better. I want aviation to be cleaner, more accessible, just a better industry. And I see AAM as the pathway to doing that. And so, to the extent that I can help any company, any kind of technology developer, understand, how their technology impacts communities and how to help communities so it's it benefits, then that's what I want to do.
And by the way, this guy, you won the Women in Drones Best Dad Award because you're inspiring, I think, your daughter to love aviation as well, and so many other people.
Because I'm scared.
He's scared. But so you're here, and this is your first CES, is that right?
This is actually my third.
Oh, it's your third.
Yeah.
So all right, you've been around the block then.
Yeah.
So what are you seeing this year that you would say is different from previous years?
Well, obviously the Supernal launch, a huge event that was just awesome, beautiful aircraft. And the Supernal team is awesome. It's kind of bummed out they didn't give the community integration work that they do, more time, but they got a
more
great
air
team
time.
over there.
Yeah.
They do have a fantastic team over there that's really focused on understanding how to benefit communities and doing that work over there. So I know they'll get the love when the time comes. So.
Absolutely. So what do you kind of scoping out here?
So every year it seems like there's more and more drone and UAS stuff.
Yes,
so
I gotta find the drone companies.
Right.
I haven't made my way through, but yeah.
Yeah, so that, and then I really like going to the smart city stuff and understanding what's evolving on the smart city side of the spectrum, and then really thinking about it as from the perspective of how is this gonna be received, if this technology comes to my community, or the communities around me,
exactly,
and what can these companies be doing to better roll out their technology and better, communicate to the communities of, how they're going to benefit and how this is all going to work together.
Absolutely. You know what I love? I love the robots. There's so many robots here that do all kinds of things. I remember last year they even had like a robot that was making the coffee, and it's just like, can I get one of those for my house? So, but a lot of it's B2B, business to business. They're not selling them just to like the average, Joe off the street. But there is a lot of consumer technology. Obviously, it's a consumer electronics show. So, Cliff, how can people reach you? How can they find you?
So the easiest way is to follow me on LinkedIn. You can reach out there, and happy to talk to anyone who wants to know about community integration and aviation.
All right. Woohoo. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
All right. We've got Renee Welsh coming up, Dr. Welsh. Now, you may know her as the drone grantologist, but she's now working with We Robotics and kicking some butt globally, so not surprising. Here she comes in her lovely green outfit, already getting lots of comments about that. So, Dr. Welsh, say hello and tell us what you do with We Robotics.
Hello everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Dawn, thank you for having me.
Yes.
I am now with We Robotics. I am the executive administrator for the U.S. entity. I'm also the chief operating officer. So I focus on supporting the people.
Yep.
We support 41 flying labs across Africa, Asia, Pacific, and Latin America.
41 flying labs. Now,
41.
We're talking about robotics, and there's a lot of robotics here, aerial ones, ground ones. What are you super excited to see this year?
I am just super excited to see what AI is doing.
It's everywhere here.
Headed.
Every sign is like AI here, right? At the show this year.
Data collection, the Internet of Things, AI, all very useful to saving time, lives, and money. So I'm excited about the whole conference.
Absolutely. And by the way, earlier, Renee and I had the privilege of taking some time with the Female Quotient to do the Women Walk the Floor annual event. That was a lot of fun. A lot of great folks here this year. So is there content specifically that you're excited to hear about? Because it's not just the show floor. I mean, you can't really even make your way through this whole place in a week. But if you have time to go to some of the education, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at robots.
Yeah.
I am mesmerized by the robots and what they can do.
Yeah.
Again, to save time, lives, and money. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Our flying labs actually use robotics to solve local issues at a local level. So
wow.
Pretty amazing, and I'm looking forward to see what we do in the U.S. with all of these new innovations. Very exciting.
Absolutely. So you've been here before. I've been here before. I asked Toni this question. I'm going to ask you.
Yes.
What's your pro tip to somebody that's going to come to this show?
Study and do your research.
See, Toni said the same thing.
You have to know who you want to see, what you want to do, and then create your plan of attack. It's amazing, but it's full of resources, full of people.
Yes.
The networking is amazing, and take advantage of everything.
Yes, that's a great point. It's hard to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think my other tip would be pace yourself.
Yes.
And take care of yourself. Like, hydrate. I know it's silly, but I think it's really easy to get overwhelmed here and like forget to eat and drink because you're just like running from place to place.
Yes.
But you won't be doing yourself or anybody any favors by doing that. So what else? What's next for you, and how can they reach you, Renee?
Well, they can reach me at renee@werobotics.org at any time, or on LinkedIn as well. And what's next for me is just finishing this conference and bringing back all of the learnings and the material and the information.
Yep, I'm super excited. I can't wait to continue stomping the floor.
Yes.
I know I'll see you again. Thank you so much for being on the show.
The best.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Well, we could keep going on and on, but we're not going to. We just wanted to come to you, talk a little bit about what's happening here. Again, check out my reel. I have some great pictures, some other videos coming at you, and always super fun to do a stream from the floor. So really appreciate CES for giving us this amazing podcast booth to do the show from. And Happy New Year, everybody. That's it for CES 2024 from the full crew. We are out here.